Okay, welcome to another lecture. Now we will teach about how can we create a custom page of our website. Okay, so let's continue. Now I am in my WordPress dashboard and you need to simply click on add new button and we create our custom page like home page or anything else. Okay, after that we will click on edit with Elementor. Now it will redirect to Elementor page Elementor builder. Okay, here you can see that a pop-up will appear and we need to close it. Okay, you can, if you want to read, you can read, but I don't want to read, so I'll simply close the pop-up button. So here you can see that there is nothing in our page. Okay, if I will publish this page, we can see that there is nothing in our page. It's simply empty. Okay, so we will create a okay, now we will create a like one section and about us, some blog post, service and content. Okay, so we will create a some basic structure of our page. Okay, now what we will do is we will go to our Elementor dashboard. Now what is this? We can here you can see that add new section. We can click on here. Now you can see that there is a one section, two division, three division, four division, and according to it. Okay, you can do according to you want. So I'll simply click on this. Now you can see that there is a one section, and in the section we have one division. Okay, so if I click on this, you can see that there is a content with a box and full. If you click on full width, then this entire section will be on full width. Okay, I'll simply click on box and give it width according to you want as you want. So I'll give 3 1300 and after that you can see that there is a column gate, height, vertical align and overflow. You can set according to you want. Okay, so right now we don't want to this setting up, and if we have a style style section. Okay, so we can set a background image, a background color, background image like this. If I want to create a background color, so you can see that the background color will appear here. And if you want to create a gradient on our website, you can set gradients, you can set a video in the background, you can set a slideshow and everything. Okay, and here we have a border overlay. You can set a border background overlay, sorry, background overlay. You can set a background overlay. You can set also border and border radius. You can set a this type of border in your section. There is a shape divider. You can set a shape divider according to you want. And here is a typography of your section. Okay. So now I don't need a background color right now. So I'll simply remove it. And I will add a new inner section in our section. Okay, so I'll give it 1300 of width and simply margin of 100 or 50. I'll give 50 margin. Okay, so now what we will do is we need to add some heading. Okay, so we can add a heading like I'll give it to H4. Welcome to Udemy course. Okay, so this is the our heading. So if I'll duplicate it, we can simply duplicate if you want. So now I'll convert it into H1 tag. Okay, and I'll simply remove this entire section. So what we will do is we need to create some global typography in our elementary section. So we will go to settings section and we will go to the site setting. Okay. So here you can set a global setting of your fonts and color. Okay. If I will click on global fonts, I want to set a primary font as a Poppins. So I'll simply search Poppins. Here our entire font changes to Poppins, and also I will change entire fonts family into Poppins. Let's do it. Okay, so you can do a global font style from here only. Now we will go to the. Now we need to save this section. Okay, now if you want to set a color, like I will add a more color. Okay, so if you want to add black color as a global color, so I will set a black color as a global color. Okay, so here you can see that our global color added here, and I have some yellow, no, blue. So you can simply paste it a hex code only. Okay, you can add also this type of hex code, and I will update simply. Okay, now we'll go to the base section. Okay, now in the background section, I will add a background color. Like I want to add some F4, F4, F4. Okay, we have this kind of background color. So now I'll go to the our font, and here you can see that our global color appear here. So I'll click set as a black color, and also do it a black color for this. I think it's not look like good. So this is I think good. Okay, you can see now I will assign a weight of our font. Okay, so I think it look like good, and I'll set a font size of our font. Okay, and also I want to set a bold color of it. Okay, now what we will add, we need to add a text color. Text, simply text. Now what we will add, we need to add a button called about us. Okay, and we can simply set a background color according to you want. You can do anything with the Elementor. You can create any kind of website using Elementor. And okay, if you have a more functionality, then you need to go for advanced JavaScript or PHP. But you can create a basic website, or you can do anything. Okay, with the help of Elementor. Okay, I'll show you after some time that what kind of website I was created using Elementor, and you can also do it via same. Okay, so now I think it's looking good. And now what we will do is we need to add an image in right section. Okay, I'll add some. I need to download some images. You can download image from free pick. This will be free images. You don't need to worry about of copyrights. Okay, so I'll use course image. You simply type it and search it. Course, and I need to add photos. You can filter it according to you want, and I think this picture is good. We simply need to download this picture. Yeah, save it. Okay. Now what we will do is this format is VI format. So I'll go to Photopea. It's a online Photoshop editor. You can do it according to you want. Okay. I'll recommend Photopea. Align this properly, and now we will extract our image as a JPG. You can do according to you want, but I recommend the JPG because JPG is consuming your less data. Okay. Now I'll simply upload it to our website and paste it here. You can see that our images will looking good like this. Okay. Now I do, I need to take some radius in our image. Like I want to add some border radius. Okay, like this. I want to take our corner was a radius. Okay, and if you want to add a border in your image like this, you can add also. So I'll check that if this was looking good or bad. So if looking good, I'll make it as it is, but if not, then I'll do it. I think it's not looking good, so I do not use it. Now opacity, in the opacity, you can set it according to you want. So if you want to do this kind of things, then do it. But I don't recommend that. Don't use opacity. Okay. And now in the height section, you can see that we can set according to our section height. So I don't recommend it because this will shrink your images and the image will looking very bad. Okay. Sorry for my English. I have little bit bad communication in English. I'll try to improving my English. So please, sorry for that. Okay. Now in the width section, they're like this is really very interesting part. You can see that there is a width section. I will add a width of 80%. Okay, this is the width. If the I will check a max width like 50% or anything else, then my images will be 50% of this image width because there is a main difference between width and max width. You can set a width of 80%, but if you select this max width, like this is the max width, we don't need to go outside this width. If we have a 80% of width, then we don't go for 80%. If you can do 100%, then the 80% will be appear here. You can see that. Okay. So this is the part I want to teach you there. So, okay. So I think our website is looking good right now. And here we have a by default margin in element. We can set a minus 20 pixel of margin. And now I think it's looking good. And now I'll upload, and now you can see that our section is visible here. Great, looking good. Okay. Now what we will do is we go to the we create some more section for like about us blogs and all. Okay. Now we simply click here, create new section, and I will create a width of 1300. Okay. So now I will take a margin of 50, and now what we will do is we need to create a about a section. Like I'll simply copy this heading and paste it here. You can paste it according to you want. Okay. So now what you need to learn that we need to have only one heading in our entire page. Okay. One H1 heading. Okay. So now we need to convert your H1 to H2 because it's still affecting our SU purpose. Okay. This is SU purpose heading. H1 is only recommended in entire page 1. Okay. Now what we will do is we need to create about a section like this for this. Okay. So what we will do is we need to add some little bit um, divider like this. Okay. So what we will do is the width I want as a pixel, not a percentage. So I'll give 200 pixel of my width, and the width will be in the center, and the divider is, if you want to do this kind of divider or anything else, you can do according to you want. Okay. So I don't need this. I want to show you that you can do divider also. Okay. So I will paste this heading also here. Like I want to tell you about my some about a section in this. Okay. And now what we will do is I need to add some inner section in it. Like I want to add a image. So I'll simply copy this image and paste it to here. And now I will copy this again and paste it here. Okay. Now what we will do is we need to add some pointers. Like I want to add some pointers like we will provide this kind of service or this. So what we will do is we need to set list, icon list. So I'll go and paste it to here. So it's not pasting. So I will paste again. And here you can see that from here. And if you want to add divider, then you can do as you want. I don't like divider. Okay. So now the icon color, I want icon color as a blue. Okay. And the text color is good. So like this, we can create our pointer. And if you don't want this type of bullet points, I'll delete. And if you want to add accordion type, okay, accordions, you can do also this type of bullet points. You want to add accordions like this. So I'll simply add is this course, WordPress Elementor course. Okay. Yes, this is the Elementor course for creating a website. Okay. You can do according to you want. Okay. So now what we will do is we need to, if you want to add more, then you can click add item here, and the accordion will be appear here also. So I'll close it. And in the style section, if you want to, I don't like this border, so I will set a value as a 0. And now in the title section, I don't like this green button. So I highly recommend that if you need to set a 2 or 3 or 4 color in your website, not more than that, because it's still not a user friendly website for your audience. If you want to create a website, then try to minimize your website, okay, not putting more color like 10. Now here you can see that black, blue, yellow, and this color now it's green, so I don't recommend it, okay. So now what we will do is, in the active color I want to add this blue color, and rest of this I'll choose a black, okay. So in the typography, you can see that there is underline. I don't want to use underline. So in the decoration section, I use none. Okay. So now the underline appear, don't appear. Okay. If you want to align your icon this side, you can do according to you want. Okay. Don't need to change this active color. You can do from here also. Okay. Now in the content section, you can also change the content background like this for this or this. So I don't recommend that this. Okay. And you can use FEQ schema. Okay. Select yes. And now I'll change this picture. Okay. So now I will change this picture for, I think it's this picture is good. So I'll simply copy from here to here. And what we will do is set a width of our image. Okay. Now the image will be changed. Okay. So here you can see the image will be changed. And now if I refresh this page, then the about us section will be appear. Okay. Here you can see. Now what we want, a blog section. Okay. So I need to add a blog section. So what do we want? We want a title of blog. So simply we can paste it here. Okay. So first of all, we need to create a margin. And now I also want a padding, because I will add a background color. Okay. F4, 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 and F4. Okay. So if I click and I want to change it with a blog section. Okay. So what is this? Why we are doing this? For here we can just see that there is no background in this. Here is a background. Here is a background. Why we are not taking a background in this? Because you can do according to you want, because I'm doing this because it's looking good, like we have this color, now this color, now this color fill white color. Okay, so this is as a UI experience. Okay, now I search as a post, the post section, you need to simply drag and drop here also, and some description of blogs, why we are doing this, what is this, we have what kind of post here. Okay, now I also need to a one image also for our blog. So I'll simply use this image. You can do according to you want, but right now I'm doing this image. Go to the post section, we need to add a feature image. Okay, here you can see we have the option of featured image. Now we simply drag and drop and set a feature image, and we need to update our blog. Now what we'll do is we need to update this, and now we want to refresh our page again. Now you can see that there is a featured image of our post. Okay, now in this section I only need three posts on our home page. Okay, so there is a three column and three posts. Okay, I want top image in the top, you can set as a left, right. Okay, as you want, I will set it top. Okay, now you can set a image ratio according to you want. I'll set a image ratio as a 57. Okay, and the title, I want to show the title. I don't, if you don't want to show expert, you can deselect I want to show, then okay. I don't want to show date and comment, so I'll simply remove it. And I don't want to use this separator. And if you don't want to use read more button, I don't want to use. Okay, now what we will do is we need to go in our style section. Okay, now go to box. What is box? Box is like, this is the entire box. Okay, so now in this section I want to use a border. If you want to use border, then you can use it, and I'll give some radius of 10. Okay, and in the content section I will use a padding of 30, like this. Okay, in the image section I don't want to change anything. Now in the content section I want to change the heading color, and I don't want to this underline, so I will simply display it none and use a weight of 900. Okay, it will looking good. I think I want to show the read mode button also, so we can go it to here and show read more button. Okay, this is looking good. So in the box section there is a lot of gaps, so I don't want this gap. I want only 10 pixel padding from the top of heading. Now what we'll do is we need to go in our content section. In the content section there is a read more button, so we have a read more button. So I want to add this color, so I'll simply copy the hex code of this background and go into here and change it according to you want. Okay, now in the typography section I want to add 18 pixel or 17 pixel. Okay, as you want. I don't want to use underline, so you can remove it. Okay, now I think our blog post is looking good. Okay, so I'll simply refresh it again and check whether our changes will appear here or not. So you can see that our changes will appear here. Okay, so now everything is all right, and now I want to add a service section. What we have in our service section, we have some icons, and we have a icons under title. So we will add, I will simply copy this entire section and paste it here. Now, what we will do is we need to change the title. So, what is the title? Title is services. Services. Okay. So, we have a services, and I don't want this. Okay. So, we have a service. We have some basic information of our service. Now, I will go to the back part. Okay. I will teach you about what kind of this, why we use this, and I will teach you later. But right now, we will create a this part. Okay. So do not worry about it. I will teach you later that why we use this, why we use this, why we use this. Okay. So I'll do it later. Teach you later. Now what we will do is we need to add a service. So I will simply add a inner section again. Why we use inner section again? Because now we need to add a icon box. Now you can see, you can think about why, what is icon box? Icon box is this. You can see that there is one icon, one heading, and one description. Now, what we will do is we need to simply use, like if we have a Udemy. No, we don't have a Udemy icon, so we have a WordPress icons. I'll click and insert the WordPress icon. Okay. Now, what we use, learn WordPress, WordPress. Okay. Now, I don't like this icon color, so I'll simply copy this hex code again. Okay, you can do according to you want. Okay, but simply I just want to teach you what kind of this function, why we use this kind of functions in WordPress. Okay, now looking a little bit good, and I want title color is this blue color. Okay, it's looking good, and I'll set a 900 as if font height. Okay, so now what we will do is we need border radius in the border radius in the section. Okay, so what I want to, we don't go here in advanced section and we don't need to add a border here from here. No, it's not good practice. If we have a lot of content, then the let me show you. Okay, I'll simply paste it here, and I'll simply duplicate. Okay, now what we will do is we will create a border solid. You can see I'll copy and paste it here. Okay. Now you can see that there is a difference. Here we have a border, we have a lot of content, and the border is going long and height is here. In this icon we have a less icon, and we have a around 300 pixel height. So we don't like this kind of practice. So it's bad behavior. So I just simply go to column section, because column will align same same height for any. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll set a color radius and all. Now I'll add some margin in our. Okay, so I'll simply copy and paste it here. Now you can see that there is a difference. We have the same height of every column and every, we have a like this. If I duplicate this, then this will automatically set a height according to it. Okay, so we don't worry about it. I'll delete it and set a services. Okay, so learn Elementor. I'll simply add Elementor icon. So here you can see there is a element icon, and now we can also duplicate here. You can see that we have a lot of our services here. Okay, so you can set according to you want. Okay, so this is the our services. Okay, so in the another section we have a contact us. Okay, so what we will do is we will simply copy this section and paste it here. Now I will simply write contact us, and I will delete this entire post. Now write phone. I'll add phone here, and you can see that our phone was appear here. Okay, so I will remove this label also, and this label also. Okay, now we have a name, email, and message. If you want to add more, then I will add a duplicate. In the duplicate section, you need to first of all you need to change placeholder name. So I'll add phone number, phone number, and in the type section you need to change tally. Okay, you can do according to you want, like you can add text area, URL, a radio button, select button, check box, acceptance, number, date, time, file upload, anything you want. Right now we want phone number, and this will. Okay, now if you want to show require mark, you can see that there is a requirement. So right now we don't want, so yeah. Okay, you can set a button width according to you want. Okay, I'll simply recommend it that you can justify it according to you want. Okay, now action after submission, like if user will submit the form, where our data will go. Okay, so this will go in the email section. You can redirect it. You can do MailChimp or anything else. Okay, so you can do. Now this will, where is they collect this submission? I'll In the previous lecture I'll told you that there element there is a submission section. You can see that the data will appear. Okay, so in this email section, so if user will fill the form, in which email you want to receive that kind of information, so you can change it from here. Okay, so you can choose your subject according to you want. Okay, from where you need to change. Okay, so there is nothing like that here. In the style section, now I want a button color as yellow color. Okay, we don't we need to copy again. Okay, so if you want like this, if you why we use global color? So in this, I will any copy again and again the color code. Okay, so we will use it. That's why we use global tag. Okay, global color. We don't copy and paste it again and again. Okay, so I'll paste it here. Uh, you can see that our form will appear looking very good. Okay, here you can see we have our basic WordPress website page. Okay, looking good, right? Okay, so now this is all for this lecture, and thank you guys for showing this course in interest. Thank you, and sorry for my bad English. I'm trying to learn the English and speak in front of you. Okay, so please don't mind. Thank you.